Hello viewers, in this video we're going to discuss about the tooltip concept. So what is a tooltip in the sense? So if I'm going to hover my mouse in this place, we ask for your age only for statistical purposes is coming, right? So this is a tooltip. So what is a text? Whenever we are hovering something, so if you are getting some pop-up text in the sense, that is the tooltip. Okay, so you may get the question in the interview like what is the tooltip or how you will handle the tooltip. So and the third one part is the most important. The many time the interviewer asking like in directly not saying like a tooltip, they will ask that when you are hovering your mouse something that that will show some pop-up message, right? So how will you get the text like that, they will be asking. So if you identified that as the tooltip, then you can answer that. So you see here in this, so I'm just inspecting. So for inspect, I'm just going here and checking the inspect. Okay, so before that you need to note some things here, so I'll tell you that. So I'm just clicking this inspect. If I'm inspecting this, I'm just going this tab here. Title is present, we ask for your age only for statistical purposes. Okay, so the thing is, this is the one question which asked for our subscriber in the interview panel. So what is the thing? What is the issue here? The subscriber usually worked with this website only. That this URL jqueryui.com tooltip is there, right? He practiced in this particular website, but the interviewer asked from this website. So what happened? The interviewer directly asked to go to this website and asking to take this text. You hover to over the button, right? So he asked to print this text in the console. So what happened, if you are checking here, I'm just inspecting this also. So here, and I said right, so if you are inspecting here, you will be getting the view page source inspect directly here. View page source is there, inspect is there for this website, right? But for this website, 1 minute. So for this website, you are getting like reload frame, view frame, inspect, like that is getting. Why? Because it is present in the frame. Okay, it is not present in the outside. So if you are checking this text in the sense, you will be getting view page source inspect like that directly. But if you are checking this inside this box is there, right? So if you are checking this one, you will be getting the view page source, view frames rows like that. Why? Because it is present in the frame. Okay, so here we will check how to handle the frame also, but we will discuss the frame concept separately in detail. So now I'm just going for this one. I'm just inspecting this. Okay, so here if I'm inspecting this, this is present in the title tag, right? So this is the attribute, this is the attribute value, right? This is the attribute name. So title is the attribute name and this is the attribute value. So what happened here, when I'm inspecting this, it is directly given in the title attribute. We ask for your age only for statistical purposes. This is the pop-up, right? But if you are checking this one, you hover to over the button, right? So this is the tooltip text, right? But this text we cannot identify over here. The text is not present in this DOM. Hover me to see this text one is present. When I'm hovering here, it is changed as area described by button tooltip, but the you hovered over the button text is not present in this, right? So what happened, a subscriber confused with this, and he could not bring the correct answer. Okay, so here you hovered over the button is present. So what we need to do, first we will complete this one, how we need to do the tooltip from this. Why? Because if you understand this one, this one will be very easy. Okay, so here I'm going for Eclipse. So this is the tooltip. So I'm just mentioning Webdriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. I'm just importing this Webdriver and Chrome driver. Then I'm just calling that Webdriver.get. So I'm just mentioning the URL of that. Then I'm just maximizing this. For that driver dot, I'm going to manage what I'm going to manage, window I'm going to manage. Then what I'm going to do, maximus. Okay. Then I'm just going to use the implicitly wait for this driver dot manage dot what I'm going to manage timeouts. So in this implicitly wait, I'm going to manage. So here duration we need to mention. So we need to mention this as the seconds duration dot half seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. So 5 seconds I'm just mentioning here. Okay, then we will first the web page will be launched. Then what we need to do, it needs to find this element. So as I said, it is present in the frame, right? It is not present directly in the web page. It is present inside the frame. So in order to switch to frames, we have one method driver dot switch to. So other method to find out whether the frame is present in this web page or not, like that. So here you just click and give Control F. Inside, once you click this inside, you just click Control F, you will be getting this box. Okay, so instead of that, you should not mention in this box. So it is not. It is a filtering box, which here they mention, right? So it is a filtering box. You have to click here, then you just mention the Control F. So here find by string selector XPath is coming, right? So in this we need to mention that what we need to go into here, just mention iframe. So in this web page, if any frame is present in the sense, it will be show here. Okay, so iframe is there here. So one of one, so one of one in the sense only one frame is there. We also find it that one frame. So if one of two is there, one of two present in the sense two frame is present, we identify the first frame, like that. So it is like a zeroth. It is a index based one, so we need to consider that as a zero. Okay, so here the frame is present. If you coming down inside the frame only, this everything is present, right? Over the field to see the tooltip is present, right? We ask for your age only statistical, and then the frame is closing here. So the frame tag which opening here and which closing here. So which means this box is present inside the frame. So I'm just going to driver dot switch to dot frame. So I'm just going to handle based on index. So why? Because here only one frame is present. So we know that only one. So I'm just going to mention as a zero. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, it is entered into this frame. Now we going to identify this element. So for that I have it ID here. So I'm just taking this driver dot find element by dot ID. So in this I'm just mentioning that as age. I'm just taking the return type. For the return type here, as I said, control plus 2, then okay, so this is the shortcut of getting the return type. But if you are beginner, no need to use this return like a shortcut. You just type this. Sorry, web element. I'm just giving the name as age. Why? Because sometimes the interviewer may ask that what is the return type of find element? What is the return type of find elements, like that? So those things we have discussed in our previous video. Okay, if you have not watched that, you just check that video. Okay, so here we mentioned that return type. After find this element, so what it needs to take this attribute value, right? So here it needs to hover here, then only this attribute will be visible. Why? Because if you're checking this page directly, it's not visible, right? If you identify this, you need to hover this. So to hover that, we need to go for actions. Action equal to new actions. In this actions class, we have one inbuilt method called move to element. So action dot move to element. In the target, we need to mention the age. So this element only the mouse need to hover, right? So the target we need to mention as age here. Then we need to mention the dot perform. So if you not mention this dot perform, it will not execute it. Okay, so the action perform will not done. It will not throw any exception, any error, but this action will not perform. So in order to that, we are mentioning that as dot perform. Okay, so sometimes it will be mentioned like a dot build a dot perform, like that also. But if you are mentioning perform also, it will be executed. Then we have hovered here. Then what we need to do, we need to check the title value and we need to print that, right? So here we know that this is the attribute name, this is the attribute value. Okay, title is the attribute name, and this text is the attribute value. To find the x path, first we need to use this forward slash. So this forward double slash we need to mention. Then you just give this square bracket. In that square bracket, at whenever we are going to use the attribute, so you need to mention attribute. You need to mention the attribute name, title equal to, in this we need to mention the text. Okay, so here what inside which tag it is present. So after this double slash you need to mention this input tag. Okay, so if you know this tag exactly, you can mention the tag name, or else you can mention the star also. If you mention the star, it will be consider the whole DOM structure. If you know the exact tag name, you can mention the tag also. Okay, both are correct only. So if you are checking one of one will be come. Okay, so one of one in the sense only one element is present in this web page. So I'm just taking this. Now I'm going to find this driver dot find element by this one, find it by x path, right? So I'm just mentioning this one. So for return type of this one is I'm going to mention as tooltip, sorry, tool text. Okay, so whatever whatever we can mention, I'm just mentioning as tool text. So we identify that well, we hover to this, the text we have taken here, we need to print this. Okay, so in order to print the attribute value, we have one method, tool text dot get attribute. So in this, we need to mention the attribute name. So title is the attribute name, right? So in this title only it is present. So the title I'm just mentioned. Taking this return type will be string. Why? Because it is present in the why? Because the get attribute, get text, those are string, that is a string value only will be written. So that is the reason it is present in the string. So then system.out.println, we're going to mention that attribute. Okay, so now I'm just going to execute this one. Here one thing we missed that, so I'll tell you that. So here we ask for your age only, statistical purpose is coming, right? So whenever you are doing, we have to note one thing. If you hovered here, see here again I'm hovering. If you hovered here, we ask for your age only, statistical purpose is coming, right? So usually it will present after 1 or 2 seconds in delay, right? Why? Because it in the DOM structure the developer will create it like that only. So when you are hovering, it will present like that. So for that, you we have used this implicitly wait here. So I'm just commenting this one. Now I'm executing this. Okay. Okay, so the output is coming here, no issue. So in this page there is no time delay, so it's we are getting directly. But remember that whenever, if you are not whatever the code you have wrote here, that is right only. But if you are not getting that text, in the sense you have to go for the implicitly or explicitly wait. Okay, so it will be useful to get the element. Sometimes you may get the no such element exception also, that time the explicitly wait will be helpful. So here usually we using this simplicity wait, it is good practice only. Okay, so I'm just rerunning this one. We need to open this one, the mouse need to hover in this, and we need to get this text here. Okay, fine. So the thing is, we easily took this text from this web page, right? But if we are going here, we cannot get this text here from here, right? Why? Because This is even it is not present in the frame also. It is not present in the frame. It's directly present in the web page only, so no need to go for the frame and all. But even though that we are not having the text here, right? For that, no need to worry about that. I'm just printing this one. This is not present in the frame, right? So till that I'm just printing. Here I'm going to change the URL. Okay, so if you going here, I'm just hovering here. So I need to find this button. So this button is present in the tooltip button. So driver dot find element by id. In this the tooltip button, I am mentioning that I'm giving the name as button. So again we need to use in the actions class. Action equal to new actions. Inside we need to pass the driver. And here also one interview question will come. What is the difference between actions and action? Okay, here actions is present and action also is there. Okay, action is the interface and actions is the class. Okay, these two things is there present in the Java swing. So we need to understand that we are using the actions class only, okay, which is present in the OpenQA Selenium interaction. This is only we are using. Okay, so action dot, as we used to previously, move to element. In this, what target we going to mention? The button is the target, right? The mouse need to go here, then the text will come. You hover over the button. Okay, so here till this we done, right? Move to element dot perform we need to mention. Okay, so here we know the XPath for this, that in the DOM which tag it is present in the text, we know that. So we directly mentioned that, but in this one we don't know that where it is present. Even if you are checking this DOM, the text is not present here, right? So for that you just simply write the XPath for that. So you hovered over the button, U and B alone caps. Okay, so as I said previously, if you don't know the tag, we need to mention the star. Then here I'm going to mention the text only. I'm going to find. So in this, you hover over the button. This is the, you hovered over the button. Okay, so without spelling mistake and caps and small everything, we need to check in this. Then driver dot find element by XPath. In this I'm mentioning that. So here in the find element I'm mentioning as hover. Then hover dot get text. Okay, now we're going to run this one. We'll see what will happen. See here, you hovered over the button, the text came here. So a subscriber missed to write the XPath over here. Okay, it's usually the freshers will not understand this one initially. That is not a like a wrong one. Whenever they are doing the wrong one, they will understand that, right? So here, if you're not getting this DOM structure for the particular element, you just write the XPath. See here we know the attribute, right? So here we know the attribute. That is the reason we are getting the attribute value. Here we are not we don't know that whether it is present in the attribute or not. That is the reason we are getting the text for that. So we are finding this one and we are getting the text from that. Okay, so that is the thing here happen. So if you like this video, you just hit a like button and subscribe and keep follow. Thank you for watching and thank you for your time. If you have any doubt in this, you just place in the comment. And if you have any suggestion about this video, that also you can mention in the comment. Okay, thank you for supporting, guys.